Do you wake up in the morning fully determined to stick with your diet only to find yourself giving into cravings by the afternoon? It could be that you are relying on willpower to lose weight. When you do this, you pick a fight with your body that you cannot win. Willpower is not a long-term strategy for weight loss, but there is a way to use it to your advantage. I explain in this video. For many of us, when we decide to lose weight, we immediately put a bunch of controls in place. We control what we eat, how much we eat, and when we eat. Now, these are not necessarily bad things because reaching a goal requires change. However, if you don't listen to your body, you end up trying to force it to change through sheer willpower. That is a battle that you cannot win because willpower is fragile and your body has hunger and cravings on its side. Willpower feels very empowering, but it is easily lost through very common things like low blood sugar and stress. For instance, if you try to flip a switch and go directly from eating refined foods like bread, pasta, and desserts to a squeaky clean diet or a prolonged fast, your blood sugar levels will be unstable, and when it dips, your body will release hunger hormones, making it very hard to resist the temptation to grab something quick to eat. Stress will also wipe out willpower. So if you get frustrated at work or you get stressed over your to-do list, your plan for healthy eating can fly out the window. The way to get past the need for willpower is to eat in a way that stabilizes your blood sugar. And when you do this, you work with your body. And when your body is happy, you feel in control of your cravings even during stressful times. The best way to get yourself to this place is by using a strategy that I call add as you subtract. In other words, add blood sugar stabilizing foods as you remove the junk food from your diet. Junk foods are any foods that are refined and digest quickly. We call them different things like empty calories or refined carbs, but regardless of the label that we put on them, these foods have been processed and no longer contain the slow digesting nutrients that existed in the plants that they came from. So we're talking about things like the 3 C's, right? Cookies, cakes, and candies, as well as refined cereals, pasta, sandwich bread, along with sweetened drinks. Because the fiber and nutrients have been milled out of these items, it takes very little time for your digestive system to break them down, and the result is a flood of sugar into your bloodstream that must be brought down by insulin. And this starts you on the path of blood sugar spikes and drops that drive your cravings and drive you crazy. So there's no doubt that these quick digesting foods make it hard to lose weight and need to be removed from your diet so that you can make progress towards your goal. But because of how they affect you, it's hard to break free from them when you're only using willpower. The trick is to add blood sugar stabilizing foods as you subtract the junk food. And the best foods for this result are healthy fats and proteins along with non-starchy vegetables. Whole foods that contain healthy fats and proteins like raw nuts and seeds, avocados, eggs, high quality meats and dairy products cause a nice steady rise and fall of your blood sugar. Non-starchy vegetables, which would be things like your salad greens, broccoli, and asparagus, have a similar blood sugar controlling effect because they break down slowly. So when you are ready to change your diet, think add as you subtract. The calm and stable environment that you create inside your body will support you as you transition away from the refined carbs, making you less reliant on willpower. And if you're not quite sure how to add the right foods as you subtract the wrong ones, you can use my free 0123 strategy to get on the right path. And you'll find that it doesn't take much time at all before you start to feel more in control of your eating. However, even when you get to this stage, temptations remain. We live in a world with 24/7 access to food, and while willpower is woefully ineffective as a long-term weight loss strategy, you don't have to completely give up on it as a weight loss tool in your toolbox. You just need to look at it as an aid to help you get past short-term hurdles. And I want to give you a few examples. So here is how you can use willpower to your advantage at the grocery store, at home, and at a restaurant. Grocery stores are obviously filled with temptations, but shopping can be done fairly quickly. So you're only in the store for a short time. You can use Willpower as you shop to avoid putting junk food in the cart, or better yet, use it to avoid going down the cookie or potato chip aisle altogether, right? The best way to avoid willpower battles is to not bring the tempting food into your house. Of course, some of us live with others that want the junk food. If this is you, you can still use willpower to your advantage. One way to do this is to keep things sealed. For instance, don't open the bag of potato chips thinking that you will have just one. An unopened bag is much easier to resist than an open one. The same goes for the junk food drawer in your kitchen. Use willpower to avoid checking what is inside. If you open the door and you see something tempting, you will want to eat it. However, if you keep the drawer closed, your brain will move on to something else. Willpower can also be used when you go out to eat. Look up the restaurant's menu online before you go and choose what you would like to eat. It is easier to pick wisely when you are not surrounded by the aromas and energy of the restaurant. When you get seated, resist the urge to open the menu because you've already made the best choice. You can also say no thank you to the pre-meal bread basket. This will certainly require short-term willpower, but when your meal comes, you will have forgotten all about it. The takeaway is that willpower alone will not get you all the way to your goal. However, you can use it to stay on track, and you can lessen your reliance on it when you add as you subtract, meaning you add blood sugar stabilizing foods as you subtract the junk food. If you need a place to start, I encourage you to download my 0123 strategy. It is already in use by tens of thousands of people as a way to gently transition into healthy eating. It's free for you to download, and it comes with a series of videos that are not found here on YouTube that walk you through how to get the most out of the strategy. I will link to the strategy here in the video and below in the description area. Please click the subscribe button to join me before you go. Thanks for watching.